Hey there, Kathleen Coble here from Masters of Marketplace, and today I'm going to be talking to you about search terms on Amazon. What are they and how do you get them? So I thought this was a good time to bring this up because Amazon just posted in their news section about optimizing your search terms. So what are your search terms? These are typically keywords and things that people search for, your ideal customers are searching for that Amazon labels as your search terms, right? So these are the different terms that, again, customers are going to be searching for in order to find your products. So Amazon classifies these as, kind of your back end search terms. So, going over this, like how do you find these? How do you optimize them? Where can you find these in your Seller Central dashboard and in your product listing? I'm going to show you right now. So, in order to optimize your search terms, you want to follow Amazon's guidelines on this, right? So, they're saying use synonyms. Do go ahead and include abbreviations, alternate names, and spelling variations. I love including misspellings because people are typing fast or may not know the right spelling for the particular keywords that they're choosing. So definitely include any sort of misspellings that you see. You also want to make sure that you keep the character length under 250 characters. So if you have 250 characters, they're not going to be searchable, right? It has to be 249 characters or less. Okay. And don't repeat words. Ideally, definitely don't repeat words in your search term fields within your product listing, but you also don't want to be repeating words that you already have in your product listing itself. So if you're talking about, men's belts, you don't want to say belt. Don't use one of your 249 characters as belt because you're going to have that in your listing itself. I'm going to talk more about that in a second. But then something else to note is that you want to make sure you do not include any of the prohibited keyword terms, right? So you do not want to put in your brand name or the brand names of your competitors. Just don't do it. I've seen people do it. I've seen people get away with it, but eventually Amazon is going to find out and then they're going to suppress those search terms and you won't be searchable at all. So do not include your brand or other brand names, especially competitors, right? On top of that, don't put in these temporary statements like new or on sale, as well as these subjective claims that Amazon calls out as best or cheapest or amazing or fantastic or, any sort of claim that really isn't substantiated. Amazon doesn't like that, so just don't do it. Obviously, no profanity or abusive terms, and don't put in any sort of ASINs. I've seen people trying to do this, putting search terms as their competitor ASINs, and again, just don't do this. Amazon doesn't like it. Don't get them upset. It's only going to result in negativity for you, and your product listing could get suppressed, your account could get shut down. That's a little bit farther ahead, right? They're not actually going to shut down your account for this, but it very well could hurt your product listing itself. Okay, so how do I do this? I know what search terms are now. Where do I go and input these search terms? So now if you go over to your dashboard and toggle over to your edit listing, right? Now you're in the product listing information. You're going to go over to the keyword tab. Okay, you've got a couple different things you can do here. This may look the same or different depending on what kind of account you have, whether you have brand registry or not. But here is where you want to input your search terms. And if you hover over this question mark, right, it says search terms that describe your product, no repetition, no competitor brand names or ASINs. So they're really just calling out exactly what I just talked about here. But this is where you're going to actually input your search terms. And so a couple items to note, again, 249 character limit. So for example, let's say I'm doing a men's comfort belt, again, just to make sure that we're on the same page here. So I'll use this one as an example. We don't want to put in any keywords that already are in here. Belt, dress, buckle, men's, comfort, genuine, right? We just want to stay away from these. They're already in the listing. So something you could do is maybe you want to say belt. Maybe somebody's spelling belt without the E. Who knows, right? Maybe somebody is doing men's without the E. We don't know. You want to make sure you do your keyword research first before you start doing this. But this is how you would format them, right? You don't have to have a comma. You don't have to create long tail keywords. It's basically specific keywords separated by a space up until you get to that 249 character limit. Okay, and then go ahead and do save and finish. So again, some of your best ideas here are going to be synonyms. What are some other terms you can use for belt? What is the Spanish word for belt? Maybe you want the French word for belt if you're selling in Canada. So go find synonyms. Go to a thesaurus. What are some other things that people refer to as a belt? Put those in. Include abbreviations, any sort of alternate names, spelling variations. Any kind of misspellings that you're seeing in your keyword research, put in here, right? And again, just make sure that you're at 249 characters or less. So if you found this training to be helpful, I'm so glad to hear that. I would love if you would go ahead and click below and subscribe to the Masters of Marketplace YouTube channel, where we publish new amazing content as often as we possibly can. My name is Kathleen Coble, and I run a full-service Amazon marketing agency where we represent many different brands. We do everything from consulting to full service store management for your Amazon sales channel. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and you'll be the first to know the new things that we learn, the amazing things that we see, and of course, any way to get more sales on Amazon. If you'd like to follow me and get on my email list, go ahead and sign up for the free training at mastersofmarketplace.com/getmoresales. And it's a completely free video training that you can go access right away just by inputting your email, and it'll teach you 5 surefire ways to get more sales to your Amazon products. And now if you're really a serious seller, or you represent a brand and this is something that you are just diving into headfirst and you want to learn everything there is to know about selling on Amazon and increasing your sales on Amazon for your brand or for someone else's brand, I'd love to see you in the membership. We have an amazing membership at mastersofmarketplace.com/join for a very nominal monthly fee. And in there, you'll get access to a ton of trainings. We do monthly master classes, and we also do weekly live questions and answer sessions, office hours with me. So you can bring anything you need there. We do hot seats, we do listing audits, and of course we answer any questions that Amazon seller support is giving you a tough time with. So I would love to see you subscribe, sign up, or come join us in the membership.